Welcome to Casual Nerd Reactions. Today we're gonna go on another adventure with Merlin. I love that we're at the point of the show where all of the characters clearly care about each other. They're willing to fight for each other, go to battle with each other. It's a lot of fun. Even if there's still some secrets that, you know, it's hard to say if Arthur knew about Merlin's magic, how he'd respond exactly. It's that unpredictability, that uncertainty that partly makes this show so incredibly engaging. At some point, Arthur will learn about Merlin's magic and will be on his side and support him, but I don't know if we're there yet or not. There were so many great moments in the last episode, and as we're barreling down towards the Series 1 finale, I'm so excited to see how this show continues to progress, and I'm curious what story we're gonna have today, so let's find out. Thank you for being here and watching the show with me. If you want to support these reactions, check me out on Patreon if you'd like to do that, but right now we're gonna experience this episode for the very first time. Ooh, I like the lighting. What is so lit up over there? Is it a beast? Magical in nature? Mystical?
We'll surround it. I want you to go in there and flush it out.
Really?
You don't know what it is. It could be dangerous.
Right.
Let's hope so. Go.
It's a freaking unicorn. Well, I did not expect that. It still could be dangerous. Hang on. Don't put down the stick. Well, Merlin's a gentle soul, so he's probably safe to pet it, right?
Go.
Merlin's just gonna let it go. Good, yeah, we don't want to kill a unicorn.
Arthur, no!
Oh, bad things happen. I saw that movie. Bad things happen when you kill a unicorn, possibly. This likely won't be that.
I'm sorry.
Unicorn!
What have you done?
Don't be such a girl, Merlin.
No, Merlin has the correct reaction, I think. Oh no, what in the what? They don't see it? Who is he? Does he have a message for Merlin, or is he gonna now haunt Arthur and slaughter those who kill unicorns?
A unicorn's horn to grace the walls of Camelot.
Magnificent.
Is it?
Guys, look at this.
Are there medicinal properties?
It is very impressive, my lord. There is a legend that says that bad fortune will come to anyone who slays one.
Nonsense.
Uther always dismisses anything he doesn't want to hear. Oh, guys is giving a word of warning? Nah, nonsense.
He was the most beautiful creature I have ever seen.
Alas, there are very few unicorns still alive.
Even less now.
You can polish my saddle. Merlin, you got a face like a wounded bear ever since we got back from that hunting trip. Don't tell me you're still upset about the unicorn.
I don't think you should have killed it.
We were hunting. That's what you do. Look at this.
What?
Rat droppings. My chambers are infested. You need to spend less time worrying about unicorn and more time worrying about rats.
Is it a metaphor? Seems like a lot of bad luck is coming Arthur's way. Perhaps Uther's as well for displaying. Oh no.
Every single ear has died.
Oh no. Famine is coming to the
We've
land.
received reports that it's the same throughout the entire kingdom. It happened overnight.
The curse of the unicorn.
What could kill all the plants other than a disease?
It's not killing all the plants.
Just the food.
It must be magic.
We can't assume that, Merlin. I can't tell the king it's caused by sorcery until I'm completely certain.
Tell him it's caused by the unicorn you killed. If nothing else, I'd like to see his response. They could be fun.
Food and water is very scarce, and we're distributing rations, but they're very meager.
I'll issue a decree that looters will be executed. Tonight, Camelot will be under curfew.
We may have to start tightening our belts.
I'm sure Arthur will think of something.
Well, and if he doesn't,
Like what?
I will.
Oh, that was nice. No water for you. That's a problem.
There's no trace of water to be found.
First the crops and now this.
Yeah, it's bad.
When I think of a scientific explanation, I can only conclude it's the result of sorcery.
The kingdom is under attack.
You're gonna just blame Nimue? Oh, and it's magic that can't be reversed by magic. At least not by Arthur. Merlin. Their names.
Hi,
I know which is which, I swear.
I was hoping you might be trying to turn it back into water. I know I've cautioned against using magic, but if ever there was a time to use your talents...
I love that Gaius was rooting for it. Please be using magic, Merlin.
it's more powerful magic than I possess.
Merlin,
Curfew,
you
buddy.
realize there's a curfew.
Yeah, I was in your chambers hunting for the rat.
So you have been outwitted by a rat.
Oh, Arthur sees him that time? Excellent.
That means you go the other way.
I knew Merlin didn't understand.
Are you looking for me?
Yeah.
I am Anhora,
Anhora.
keeper of the unicorns.
Is it you who's responsible for killing our crops, turning our water into sand?
You alone are responsible for the misfortune that has befallen Camelot.
Me?
When you killed the unicorn, you unleashed a curse, for this Camelot will suffer greatly.
Undo the curse or face execution?
It's just the natural order of killing a unicorn.
Only you can do that.
How?
You will be tested.
You're under arrest.
If you fail any of these tests, Camelot will be damned for all eternity.
That would be bad.
Where'd you get the water to make the tea?
Fortunately for both of us, you forgot to empty your bath yesterday.
Yeah.
What does Arthur think about the curse?
He doesn't believe it's his fault.
If you do not wish to drink bath water, you better make sure Arthur sees sense.
How do you convince him, though? Honestly, I don't see how he would ever be convinced.
It's eaten through my boot. Look at it.
Guess the rat must be as hungry as the rest of us.
You think this is funny?
Moderately.
Get it mended.
What if he was telling the truth about the curse?
Come on, listen.
You think I'm responsible for bringing suffering upon my own people?
No,
I wouldn't phrase it that way.
not deliberately. When you killed the unicorn, I saw Anhora in the forest.
Why didn't you say anything?
It was just for a second and then he disappeared. I didn't even... Well, I thought I was seeing things. Doesn't it make you think he might be telling the truth?
My
Yeah.
father has warned me about sorcerers like him. They will not rest until our kingdom is destroyed.
Well, I believe he's telling the truth.
Then you're a fool.
I mean, he's not like Nimue. He's something else.
Cannot trust a single word a sorcerer says. You do well to remember that. I think I've figured out what Anhora's next move is going to be. When he makes it, we're going to be waiting for him.
How could he possibly know what Anhora's next move is gonna be? I'm assuming he doesn't. It's not Anhora. A thief? Something else?
Show yourself before I run you through.
My name is Evan, my lord.
I see you think you can help yourself to our grain reserves. My father has ordered that looters be executed.
Please, my lord, I do not steal for myself. I have 3 children. They have not eaten for 2 days. They are hungry.
I know that it is wrong to steal. I couldn't bear to see them starve.
And could you bear for your children to see you be executed? Then you should go home.
Thank you.
I was wondering if he was gonna take the grain or not. Yeah, come on, Arthur, give him a little something for his kids. Yeah, I am so glad.
Use it sparingly.
You have shown yourself to be merciful and kind, my lord.
Arthur is gonna make a darn good king.
This will bring its own reward.
This was the first test. This was a test. But there's no evidence of that yet, so. There's some water because he passed the test. So Arthur doesn't even have to believe what Anhora said to pass the test. That's good. Maybe because he's good at heart, he will pass.
My throat was so dry I thought he wouldn't be able to talk.
At least some good would have come from the drought then. I suppose you have some explanation for this, Merlin.
Anhora said you would be tested. Last night in the grain store, you let that villager go, and he said it would bring its own reward. Maybe that was your first test. You passed it, so the curse has begun to lift. I know you don't have to listen to me.
Glad we agree on something.
If you're tested again, you have a chance to end your people's suffering. I know you want that more than anything. Perhaps we should seek Anhora out.
How would you do that?
Do not negotiate with sorcerers. My father wouldn't hear of it.
Then it's probably best you don't tell him.
Wouldn't be the first time you've done something without your father's knowledge. I'm sure it won't be the last. Ooh, a rat. Get it! Get it, Merlin! He got it.
Come from the outlying villages in search of food.
Oh, yeah.
There's not enough rations to feed the people who are already here.
Did you manage to find any food? Share it out amongst the children and old people.
Oh.
Make it go as far as you can.
Morgana would pass the test for sure.
Lost my appetite.
We have to eat something.
Not while my people are starving. We're going to the forest first thing in the morning.
Okay, but you have to eat. You won't be able to help anyone if you're too weak to pass the test.
What kind of meat is this?
Definitely didn't occur to me he cooked the rat at first.
It's rat, isn't it? I'm being rude. Here I am, stuffing my face when you're hungry too. Eat.
Wondering if you had anything to eat.
No.
Merlin!
Oh, he's leading you deeper into the woods. Because I'm pretty sure Anhora would only be seen if he wants to be seen.
Arthur!
Merlin's not that good at tracking, so I'm sure he won't be able to follow.
You.
Oh, interesting.
You're a thief.
Wasn't that obvious when you caught me stealing your grain?
Fortunate I have more important things to deal with.
You didn't really believe that story about my children, did you?
What kind of a man lies about starving children to save his own skin?
Your father would never have allowed himself to be fooled like that.
You hold your tongue.
Father would have had me executed, but you didn't have the stomach for it.
Different kind of test.
And that's why I doubt you'll make a good king.
You know nothing of what my father thinks.
I think he wishes he had another son, one who was worthy of taking his place.
He definitely doesn't think that.
He fears you do not have enough strength to defeat his enemies.
Arthur, don't let anger drive you right now.
The king must wonder if you are even his son.
Yeah. I feel like we passed or failed this test.
Why did you kill this man?
He insulted my honor.
You could have chosen to ignore his taunts. What harm would they do you?
You will lift the curse, sorcerer.
It is not in my power.
You will die.
You can't kill him.
Killing me will not help you.
Correct.
You have shown that you would kill a man to defend your pride. You have failed the test. For this, Camelot will pay dearly.
My people have done nothing!
Your people's suffering is not my doing.
I don't fully buy that. I'm not blaming Arthur. He did kill the unicorn, but did fail the test. Still.
What is it? What's happened?
All our remaining supplies have rotted. Every last grain.
Dang it, dang it, dang it. He definitely believes now.
He will not forgive himself for making his people suffer.
You must make sure he doesn't do anything rash.
I don't know what he's going to do.
I feel like we'd all do something rash if we were out of rations of food. Ugh.
They say they taste like chicken. Unless we're to starve. We must hope they're right.
Oh no! The stringiness, the sound effect.
This tastes nothing like chicken.
Ugh. We must hope they're right.
There's not enough to live on.
Then you must stop distributing food to the people.
They will starve.
We must conserve the food we have for our army.
What's the point of defending a kingdom?
What would you have me
starve
do?
to death? Ask the neighboring kingdoms for help.
As soon as they realize how weak we are, our enemies would strike against us.
You don't know that for
Besides, I would
certain.
rather starve than beg my enemies for help. What of our kingdom's reputation? Have you no pride?
About that.
I cannot think of my pride when our people go hungry.
He's learning a lesson.
Give the order to stop distributing food to the people. Is that understood?
I understand where there's coming from. It is possible an enemy might see us as weak and pounce upon our weakness, but an ally might help us. Is there no one we can trust to ask for help?
If you'd caught the sorcerer, I wouldn't have to. That's your responsibility. One day you will understand what it takes to be king.
Now to be left to starve. I had the chance to lift the curse, and I failed them.
You weren't to know you were being tested.
Should have, though.
Which is all my doing.
Accepting responsibility, that's a good sign. If you accept responsibility that you are the cause, perhaps you will take responsibility for the solution. Maybe Merlin will.
Show yourself!
You must believe me when I say it gives me no pleasure to see your people suffering. It's not in my power to lift the curse.
He's probably telling the truth.
And give Arthur another chance. And he will prove himself worthy and lift the curse if you give him one more chance.
You have faith in Arthur.
Heck yeah.
Arthur must go to the Labyrinth of Gedref.
Oh.
There he will face a final test. If he fails, there is no hope. The curse will destroy Camelot.
Okay. He won't fail then, right? Also, where is that?
What kind of test will he face?
That's
That
cheating.
is for Arthur alone.
We don't do spoilers here. Although I would like to know, like directions.
You don't know what form the test will take. I might be able to help.
You're not coming. I brought this curse upon Camelot. I'm going to be the one to lift it or die trying.
All right, how does you dying helping him?
I'll die knowing I did everything I can.
I'm coming with you.
Merlin, you're to stay here and help the people as best you can. Is that understood?
I would love to see Merlin go. However, I think Arthur's right. He has to be the one to pass the test. He has to do it on his own. We have to have faith in Arthur. And of course, Merlin's still gonna follow from a distance. Oh, wow. How is this huge labyrinth here And seemingly nobody knows about it? Or maybe everyone knows about it. That's why they didn't need directions. Hope he doesn't have to fight a Minotaur. That was a cool shot.
You said Arthur would face a test. And here you are, preparing a trap for him.
What's an assumption?
The trap isn't for Arthur. It is for you.
Oh, dang. You're not allowed to help, bro. Or maybe this will feed into Merlin or Arthur's test. Wow, stunning.
Merlin. I'm sorry.
Merlin is part of the test. There are 2 goblets before you. One of the goblets contains a deadly poison. All the liquid from both goblets must be drunk, but each of you may only drink from a single goblet.
What does that prove?
What it proves is for you to decide. If you pass the test, the curse will be lifted.
I don't know the solution. Maybe it's not to drink.
There must be a way around it.
It's perfectly simple. One of us has to die. We have to find a way to determine which goblet has the poison. Then I'll drink it.
I will be the one to drink it.
This is my doing. I'm drinking it.
You're the future king. I'm just a servant.
This is no time to be a hero, Merlin. It really doesn't suit you.
What if I drink from mine first? And if that's not poisoned, I will then drink yours.
He said each of us is only allowed to drink from a single goblet. I'm glad you're here, Merlin.
Oh.
We pour all the liquid into one goblet and then we can be sure it's poisoned. Then all the liquid can be drunk and it will be from a single goblet.
You never cease to surprise me. You're a lot smarter than you look.
Is that actually a compliment?
Surprising, yeah. Is this the first time he's been complimented on his intelligence, Arthur?
No, I will drink it.
Too late.
You can't die. This isn't your destiny.
This is how he passes the test. Self-sacrifice.
You know me, Merlin. I never listen to you. Arthur.
Too late. It's done. Test passed. Camelot is saved. Arthur dies. Temporarily, probably.
No! Let me take his place.
This was Arthur's test, not yours.
I was meant to protect him.
He's not dead. He's merely consumed. A sleeping draught. He will come round shortly.
Awesome.
A unicorn is pure of heart. If you kill one, you must make amends by proving that you also are pure of heart.
I imagine most people fail the test.
Arthur was willing to sacrifice his life to save yours.
Uther, for example, would not have passed the test.
The curse will be lifted.
We did it. Never any doubt. Well, okay. There was some doubt.
The crops have grown once again. They're bringing in the harvest.
Did it?
Is the sorcerer dead?
He won't be troubling us anymore.
Good answer. I love the Dobie grin on Merlin's face.
I should never have ended your life.
Oh, gross.
Sorry.
Uther's gonna wonder what happened to his unicorn horn.
Arthur.
Another one? Perhaps the same one? Perhaps by passing the test, the unicorn is brought back to life?
When he who kills a unicorn proves himself to be pure of heart, the unicorn will live again.
Yay. And you get to keep the horn. Wait, that's great. We don't have to bury it anymore. Give it back to Uther. No, probably still best to not let Uther have what could still be a potentially powerful magical relic. Not that he would use it for magic. I'm certain that he would not. But who's to say it doesn't still contain mystical properties? I enjoyed this one. I suspected after the previous two were so great, like one giving a lot of information and background details, one bringing the relationships closer together. I suspected this one probably would feel more of a standalone-ish episode and not necessarily play into any big, huge, overarching properties. And I feel like that's probably correct. So I'm not surprised by that. But it was still a very fun episode. Is fun the right word? It was an enjoyable episode. While not watching Merlin or Arthur, I'm going to get their names separate and not mixed up one day. But it was not fun, but it was interesting watching Arthur kill a unicorn and then suffer consequences, literally for the whole kingdom. I think it maybe is a great example that as a leader, your actions have consequences that not only affect you but all of those under your leadership. In Arthur's case, even though he's not yet king, it affected the entire kingdom of Camelot. No more food and water for you. Whoops. But it was very enjoyable watching him have to be tested. I love how easily, effortlessly he passed the first test. And I even love that he failed the second test, because while Arthur is pure of heart, he is a good person, right? He is on his way to becoming an excellent king, a far better king than his father, to be certain. But he's not perfect yet. Not that he'll ever actually be perfect. He won't be, I'm sure. But he still has a lot of room for growth and improvement. And yeah, that test tapping into pride, and it just tapped into all the right things that he failed that test. Oh, but Merlin fought for him, and he got an opportunity. I enjoyed the final test and the solution of Arthur taking all of the liquid and drinking all of it himself, sacrificing himself to save Camelot. Really well done. And it was just a sleeping draft, so it's all good. Oof. Can't wait to see what happens next. Thank you for watching. Check me out on Patreon if you want to support the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.